What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just yesterday I got back from the St. Lawrence River, so I'm a little bit behind on uploads, but I'm working on that series now. It's going to take me a little bit, so just be patient with me there. But in the meantime, today my buddy Cooper and I are talking about frogging.
Okay, so today we're going to go into some of our favorite brands and colors.
So to start things off, number one on my list has got to be the Spro Bronze Eye 65 Poppin' Frog. It's a great frog. I love how it walks. I love the action and the profile of the frog, and it comes with a lot of unique colors. My favorite color in that frog is going to be the Diamondback or the Killergill.
My first favorite brand would have to be a Jackal, and either the Kiera or the Iobi is really good as well. And the reason I like the Kiera is just the size, and you can walk it super easy, and basically the same thing for the Iobi. It's really soft frog, and it walks really easy. And my second favorite brand would have to be Live Target. I mean, they've been a staple for so long. They're one of the first frogs I've ever thrown, and they're super soft. They walk really nice, and they're actually quite durable as well.
Alright, so my second frog, it's actually the same exact brand made by Spro, but it's a little different profile. It doesn't have the poppin' front on it, but instead it's just that same Bronze Eye 65 hollow body frog. That's a little bit better in situations where you're fishing mats.
Okay, so some of my favorite colors in either Jackal or Live Target. For Jackal to start out with, there's a black gill color. That's really good in cloudy days, I believe, or even just muddy water. I think black frog is pretty staple all around the country and catches fish in Michigan, catches fish everywhere. So, and then for that Live Target, I don't know the exact name of it, but it's just basically a bullfrog looking color. Basically it's just a natural color. It works really good in clear water. That's it.
Yeah, I also like the natural look a lot more in clear water and like clear conditions when it's sunny. Unless you're fishing mats, then I think that's where that dark profile can help too. Yeah. So that is why I like the Diamondback in the Spro, specifically the hollow body, not the poppin'. On days where the sun's out high and it's really hot out and those fish are moving up under mats, that's where I like to throw that color. And just kind of run it over the top of mats or thick cover, even in and around bushes sometimes. That has been effective for me this year. But then other times, like Coop was saying, this is my go-to color. I'll have a better close-up picture of it right here. But that's just the Killergill color that I was talking about, and that's the color that I really like to throw that poppin' frog in, just because most of the time that I'm throwing the poppin' frog, it's in a little bit more open water compared to the heavy cover and thick mats. So. Alright, so as we're talking about colors, I think we gotta at least take a second to talk about white frogs. They're super successful. The reason I think they work really well is because they imitate just about every bait fish. Up around us we have a lot of alewives. They imitate alewives really well. Any herring or shad or shiners, it kind of imitates anything well, just kind of splashing around like a dying bait fish up on the surface.
Yeah. And another thing I want to mention too is the size of the frog. I've played around with many different frog sizes. One thing I did find though is the smaller the frog, the better hookup ratio you're going to get.
Very true.
And so that's why I kind of mess around with Spro Juniors, the Kieras, even like the smaller Live Targets like the 60s. I think play a big factor in my frog fishing and getting those bites that you would usually miss into the boat. The last thing I want to mention that I think is really important in a frog as well is the ability to walk a frog. Some are a little more difficult than others to walk, and I think it's really important, especially when you're targeting a piece of structure and you just want to work it in place. I think that's how I get a lot of my frog bites. And so that's kind of why I really like that Kiera, and then that Live Target as well. There's a few others like the Iobi I really like just because it skips and it walks in place really well too.
First thing that comes to my mind when you say that is up around us, there's a lot of seawalls and there's a lot of docks. And if you get good with a frog and you can put your frog under some of those docks and right up against those seawalls, it's kind of crucial to just be able to sit there and work it right in place and not actually move it too far out of the strike zone. And with a frog that walks really well, you're getting a lot of action in a very small zone and giving a lot of time for those fish to kind of key in on it and decide whether or not they want to eat it. And I think that is definitely big right around seawalls and under docks and boat lifts and all that stuff. And bushes and really any sort of structure that you're like pinpoint casting to. So, you got anything you want to add?
No, that's it.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned a thing or two. Let us know if you want to see us do any more of these videos on different techniques. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.